How you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MechWarrior Online with Scout. First things first, today I want to apologize for the sound of my voice and the inevitable editing and cutting and splicing that's going to follow in this video. As you can probably tell, I have an atrocious chest cold. Now, what I wanted to do in today's video is introduce you guys to this mech right here, the Firestarter. As we normally do in these chassis introduction videos, I'm going to show you guys 3 different builds for the Firestarter on 3 different chassis. So without further ado, we're going to dive right in here with the first of the 3 Firestarters. I want to show you guys the Ember. So let's take a look at the mech summary of this thing. We'll go over its quirks real quick, and then we'll dive into the mech lab and I'll show you what I've done. So here you can see the quirk summary for the Ember. As you can see, not really a lot going on. 4 ballistic hardpoints, 4 energy hardpoints. It's got a laser duration bonus of -10%, machine gun rate of fire bonus of 25%, and a 15% bonus to flamer range. Now if we dive into the mech lab, you can tell right away that I've done a lot of work on my Ember. I pulled out the 4 flamers. There were 2 in each arm, replaced them with medium lasers. I left the 4 machine guns, but I moved the ammo into the head and center torso where I figured it was least likely to explode, and I reduced the amount of ammunition from 2 tons to 1.5 tons. In addition, I pulled out the case. The thing was equipped with case in both side torsos, and I pulled out it comes stock with a standard 210 as memory serves, and I replaced that with an XL255. All told, I saved a little weight, and I used that to upgrade the armor to max. Now, just a couple of general points, not only on this build, but on most of the builds that I have for the Firestarter. You're going to notice that the XL255 is not quite as powerful an engine as you would like for a light mech. It's going to give you a top speed without speed tweak of 115 kilometers per hour. And what that means is that you're not really fast enough to get out there and scout on your own. You can to a degree, but you're going to want to stay next to your team because you're not really fast enough to break contact from other lights in the event that you get jumped. In addition, the 4 medium lasers and 4 machine guns are great for finishing off wounded mechs, and it's okay for fighting other lights, but it's not that great. So if you do run around and do some reconnaissance, you're going to want to make sure you have a wingman with you. You really it's okay at best for fighting other lights from the start, but if they're untouched and you're untouched, it's a little bit challenging. Another reason why you want to make sure you stay with a wingman, at least until you get speed tweak. The other thing is, if you find yourself on a map where there's not a lot of reconnaissance to be done, you know, those maps where it's pretty obvious where everyone's going, you don't want to risk your mech getting out ahead of people. Just stay with the team and be patient. Wait for the brawl to start. Defend your heavies and your assaults from enemy light mech, and just bide your time, because eventually folks are going to get worn down. And like I alluded to just a few minutes ago, these 4 medium lasers and 4 machine guns, along with the rate of fire quirk, are fantastic for finishing mechs. Now, in terms of modules, they won't be around for much longer, but while we've got them, I recommend you run radar deprivation and obviously medium laser range and cooldown. If you happen to get this thing mastered before they take away modules, for that last module slot, I recommend you run advanced seismic. But other than that, that's it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's dive into some gameplay, and I'll show you guys what this thing is all about.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Conquest on Polar Highlands. Huh. Kind of wish I had speed tweak. Let's see where the rest of our fast guys are going. Even though I'm not really fast enough to cap, I feel like that's kind of my job, at least initially. Let me follow this cicada over here. Although, with a 255, I'm not really fast enough to follow him.
Fuel at 25%.
But we'll try. It's only short little runs to the various points, so hopefully he won't get too far out ahead of us. I just noticed my mic was way off to the side, so hopefully that's a little easier for you guys to hear. And probably keep going after this. Push on down to the next one. That sunset's nice. I haven't yet figured out how to make use of it, but I'd like to attack out of that sunset one of these times, but it seems like by the time I get around to making contact, it's not really an issue. But it's nice that they included that. It's kind of cool. This might be a little slow in the beginning, but I mean, it's Conquest. It's kind of like a showcase for light mechs. It's one of the I don't want to say one of the few times you can have an impact, because that's not true. You can always have an impact as a light mech, but it's one of the easiest ways, I think. Holy shit. Wasn't paying attention. And got to fight with an oxide here. Got to be careful. I don't want to hit my cicada, buddy. Nope. Look out. We can just get him open. We can tear him up. Oh, a backup from a Stormcrow. Got a little bit in the way, but that's a good thing. Look at that cicada blocking him like a boss. Oh, I tried to block him too. It didn't work. Oh, he's getting chewed up. Can we get him? There we go. That's solo kill and kill most damage dealt. I don't know how that counts as a solo kill. I very clearly had a lot of help. But we'll take it. Kill, solo kill, and kill most damage dealt. What was I saying? Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like Conquest is where it's easiest for light mechs to have an obvious and important impact in the game, is what I was trying to say. So I definitely want to get some capping done here. And well, I feel like we're doing our job so far. Along with our fellow fast mechs, the Cicada, to a lesser degree the Stormcrow, we got 3 caps to the opponent's 2, and we put down that Jenner, so it's a good start. And they're back capping, looks like Kappa. No. Look how fast that's going down. Yeah, I probably don't want to go there. We probably don't want to go there even with a pack of lights. Yeah, see, this guy's got the right idea, I think. Let's continue to circle around. Like, look at how fast they're capping that.
Negative.
That's probably the majority of their team back there on Kappa. Let our guys know just in case they haven't thought of it. Or haven't noticed it, I should say. And we'll just keep going around. The team looks kind of confused at the moment. Like, they're just kind of milling around. A couple of guys aggressively capping, but a lot of our heavies and assaults look like they don't really know where to go. Not a good sign. Gonna get up here, get this point, get us the cap lead again. You want to try to stay ahead, I feel, in Conquest as much as you can. Because if you're ahead on caps, that puts pressure on the enemy team. Whenever you're behind, I always feel like you're pressured. You got to do something. You either got to kill them quick or get some cap points. So there we go. Back up 3-2. And I feel like the onus is now on them to do something. There's some mechs out there in the distance. I wonder if that's kind of like the tail of their team, like the slow guys that are lagging behind. Maybe we can start wrapping in behind them. That'd be nice. Really unfortunate that my leg got so badly damaged in that fight with that oxide. I feel a lot more confident if I didn't have an exposed left leg.
New target acquired.
Jump up here. I don't want to. Come on. There we go. Got unstuck. Yeah, he's coming in. I was going to say, I don't want to make an obvious target for the Centurion. I do want to let my buddies know he's coming, though. So I'm trying to maintain visual on him, but not. Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely have his attention now. Duck down low. Yeah, the skid is reacting. Oh shit. Wrong button. There we go. Let's see if we can get on this guy. Hi. Machine guns. And we pick up a second kill. Not a bad result. I would have. Excuse me. I would have liked to have been a little bit more aggressive there, but I hate to lose my leg way out here in BFE, so.
Target acquired.
And hopefully now we can start wrapping in behind these guys. Man, I'd really like to get a piece of that stalker. It's actually still pretty even too. Oh no, that's not. Yeah, they obliterated that stalker. I feel like we need to hook further left. I feel like we're not coming in behind them anymore. We're coming in more in their flank. It's almost like the fight's turning, so we're gonna have to hook wider out to our left in order to get really get their flank. I don't even think we're coming in behind them at all anymore, actually, as I look at the map. The spider's gonna go out and get that point. That's good because we're down, but I feel like we need to engage as well. Get this Kit Fox here. Look, he doesn't even see us coming. He's got all LRMs. This is gonna be a rude surprise for him. Hi. Die. Oh shit, Stalker's looking. We gotta turn so the Stalker doesn't get our left leg. Come on, turn. There we go. There. Now he's not getting our right leg. He'll have to work for it. There we go. Oh, what the hell? Did you guys see that? That freaking Orion on our team just smoked my leg. Oh, what a shithead. Like, it's not bad enough you had to hit me. You had to hit my fucking leg? What a dick. Ah. Man. Well, this kind of sucks. They're going to deploy a UAV or something, get some reconnaissance done that way, and I don't know, I guess I just have to sit here now. Hopefully they'll push up over the hill to us. I can't go get them now. I was going to turn and go over this hill. Maybe we can poke here, get some free damage. Not much. Not at this range, but we'll get a few burns in on them. And oh, there's a Nova behind us. Can we get a kill? Look out, Skata. Look out, Skata. Oops. I don't feel bad about that at all, since you took my leg off, dickhead. I don't feel bad about it. Oh, here we go. And even minus a leg, we managed to pick up a kill. We need to push. I don't know what these guys are doing. You know what? I'm going to push. This is going to get boring. And he's in my range, so it's all good. They're going to wreck me. Hopefully the team follows up. Maybe I can get a kill on this dragon. Pfft, no. And they didn't even push. Look, here they're just now starting to come over the hill. Well, I feel like it was still a good game. It could have been an epic game, but the window licker in the Orion there took off my leg. So, but we did our job. I think we kept the team in it, and yeah, look at that, it's over. I think we capped them out. Actually, I was gonna say we kept the team in it in terms of caps, and got some important kills, 2 solo kills, in fact. I think on the Kit Fox and the Jenner. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's not too shabby at all. 449 points of damage, 4 kills, 2 assists, 2 solo kills, 2 kills most damaged out. That's a pretty respectable score, I think, in a 35-ton mech like the Ember. It's just too bad that guy took our leg off. He didn't even do all that great either. So there you go. Like I said, lots of fun, especially if you can jump on wounded mechs. It's just a little bit different flavor of Firestarter, and I really enjoy it. So hope you guys enjoyed watching that game. So there you go, guys. Not a bad round in our 8th Deeron regulars painted Firestarter. Could have been a little better, but for some friendly fire. But I think you see the gist of the things that I was trying to show you in that video. So next up, we're going to move on to our next mech. This guy right here, the 9S Firestarter, which is one of the more fun Firestarters in my opinion. I use it as kind of a niche mech. So let's take a look at the summary. I'll show you guys the quirks right quick. As you can see here, in terms of hard points, we got a whopping 7 energy hard points and 2 AMS hard points. And for quirks, we got an energy heat generation of minus 10%, medium pulse laser heat generation of minus 5%, and a flamer range bonus again of 15%. So some pretty decent quirks for medium pulse lasers. So keeping that in mind, if we dive into the mech lab, you can see here that I've chosen to take advantage of that. Once again, I've gone with the XL255 engine, and then I've loaded this thing down with 5 medium pulse lasers. Obviously, you could do more, but there's no change, there's no trade, there's no reduction I wanted to make in order to pick out more medium pulse lasers. In addition, this thing's kind of warm as it is, so I stuck with 5, but that's just me. You can play with more or less depending on what your preference is. Now you will note that because the mech has 2 AMS hardpoints, I decided to go ahead and use them. Now again, this is just personal preference. It's something I do. I feel like it brings some utility to the design. Before I get speed tweak when I'm stuck at 115 kph, if I don't feel like running out ahead of my team, then I can stay with the bigger slower mechs and provide them some AMS cover. Additionally, once I have speed tweak and I'm a little more confident running on my own or in a pack of lights, I feel like having the 2 AMSs does come in handy because you frequently find yourselves in that position where you're spotted and the slower enemy mechs are trying to lob LRMs at you. And having 2 AMS systems going can actually provide some cover, not only for you, but for the light mechs that you are with. But again, that's just my personal choice. I figure it mounts 2 AMS, why not use them? But you may not like it, and if you don't, that's fine. You can ditch them. That's 2 tons that you can play with. But I recommend you give this a shot before you kind of shrug off the usefulness of carrying around 2 anti-missile systems. In terms of modules, the S is nice in that it gets a bonus mech module. It starts out with two weapon modules, and then when you master it, you get a 3rd module, either weapon or mech, your preference. So obviously I recommend you go with radar deprivation, advanced seismic sensor, medium pulse laser range, medium pulse laser cooldown, and then what you do with that last module is up to you. So that's it for the build on the 9S. Let's go to some gameplay and see if I can't show you guys how to utilize this mech.
Don't let somebody's reputation ruin proper strategic target priority.
True. What does he drive?
Online. Sensors
I'm not sure
online.
what he has right now.
Weapons online.
He has like 20 or 30 max.
All systems nominal.
What he drops within clan is a lot different than what he drops within thugs.
You heard Rockman. You find something for him to rain fire on, you help him out with a good target.
Copy that. Remember, target mediums and heavies.
Let me deal with the assaults.
Mediums and heavies have high firepower with high mobility.
You surrender your advantage. Try not to pound across the river. It puts you way in open area.
Alright, I got artillery online, folks.
You got an estimation as to their grid?
Not yet.
I'm gonna pound across the river.
Target
Tell no
acquired.
lies on E6.
Somebody's behind you on that 4 and 5.
I have missiles
Somebody's
locked
lighting
in
me
line.
up.
Yeah, somebody's lighting you up. It's the Shadow Cat that's been behind you for 10 minutes, you idiot. Oh my god. These people are oblivious.
Target acquired.
Look at, he still hasn't figured out what's going on. He's still getting shot in the back.
Heat level.
If you haven't figured out how to use your mini-map, your radar, don't drive a heavy mech. Like, honestly, look at, just flailing around running, getting shot in the back. Oh, there's 2 down. AMS working. I think there's more of them here. Those 2 didn't just come across by themselves, and I We had one guy AFK at the start, and I can't find him. Did they kill the AFK dude?
Override engaged.
I think they did.
Yeah, I'm sure he's that I've seen many.
So that means there's probably one more back here. No, wait a minute. They don't have a kill, so...
Useless over here at Echo 7. I'm gonna.
Alright, yeah, so he came back. Alright. Let's... Oh, look. Look at low signal strength up there on the... in Upper City. There is another one back here. We'll call for help since I can't give him a target yet. There we go. Shit. Lost it.
25%.
I'm
Fuel
in
at
Gulf 7.
0%.
Call for help again. I know these guys aren't paying attention. They have no idea what's going on behind them. Heads all buried in their fucking high power zoom.
One shadow.
That's an Arctic cheetah. That's good news. Not really. Being facetious. We should be able to take him though. And holy shit, that's a Warhammer. How the hell did a Warhammer sneak in behind the whole team?
Fire away.
Call for help again. And listen, like, none of these idiots are paying any attention. They're still trying to call targets halfway across the fucking map. Meanwhile, there's a dragonfly. Can I get him? Come on, come on. He's shut down. There we go. A dragonfly and a Firestarter fighting for their lives against an Arctic cheetah and a Warhammer 200 meters behind them. And they're completely fucking oblivious. Idiots. Let's see if we can pounce on this Warhammer. Come on. Dragonfly's doing a great job distracting him. There goes Pieces. His arms are gone. We're gonna need to get a side torso. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Critical damage.
Get a side torso here. There we go, yes. Unfortunately, he does not have an XL. He survives the XL check. Use this pole dance here a little bit. Now we're finally getting some LRM support. Oh shit. I was going for the kill and shut myself down. Getting LRM'd. Not sure if those are friendly or enemy. You see the dual AMS kicking in, shielding us in the Dragonfly. We're going to try to break contact here and get away. Looks like we finally got a little bit of help towards the end of that. I think somebody came over. If not, at least we got some LRM support. But my god, man, you got to pay better attention to that. That was like 4 mechs behind them. And people were just completely oblivious. Only the Dragonfly paying any attention, really. Not. I guess now that we're up here, we may as well try and sneak across, see if we can do the same thing to them. I mean, there are worse plans, I suppose. Looks like these guys got the same idea.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna, let's see. I was gonna duck in the tunnel, but
At 25%.
doesn't look like they're paying much attention either.
The rifleman.
They're all still staring across the river at each other.
Should have been able to jump right up into him.
Let's see if we can duck down into these buildings right here. Close up on somebody. And there we go. Marauder. Stalker. Now we'll back up real quick so he doesn't see us when he turns around. Go on the other side of the building.
Target acquired.
Pick on this Marauder again.
Target destroyed.
Did not get the kill there. We'll pick on this guy. There we go.
Arm destroyed.
Pick up a kill on the Shadow Cat. Now where's that Stalker?
Target acquired.
I think it might have been somebody got a piece of our armor. Might have been that Stalker. There he is. Hi, I'm back. And let's see. Gonna just hang out here. I don't want to crowd in and block. Then only one person can shoot at the Stalker. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get a kill, but man, I think we had a really big role in saving this game for these people and these heavies that weren't paying any damn attention. Me and the Dragonfly, and I think there might have been one of the mech I missed, but I think this could have gone very, very, very south. Very ugly, very quickly. As you saw that Marauder, he was just flailing, just turning his back to everybody, getting shot in the back. And, I'm getting lit up. Nobody else turning around to help. They're all staring down their full power zooms across the river for no reason. Like, you gotta have better situational awareness than that. That's just terrible. I mean, for God's sake, at least look at your minimap. If you're covered by ECM, you should probably move. Or at least look around to see what's covering you. And I don't know where this last guy is. I'm not sure if he's AFK or...
Target acquired.
Well, that guy's AFK. You see he's got no pilot name up there. Pretty far away, though. There's got to be another one, though. There's 2 more left. If they have 2 AFK guys, that would explain the suicide run across the bridge and in behind us. They were trying to...
New target.
That's actually pretty admirable. Rather than just turtle up and give up, they tried to overcome it by being aggressive. I kind of admire the way their team played, even though they got a loss. I think it's pretty unfortunate. They played well. They played aggressive. I'm just gonna try to shoot this guy in the back. I don't farm any more damage than I need to. But that's unfortunate. A lot of people would have just quit having 2 AFK guys. They went for the win, and I actually kind of respect that. I feel kind of bad that they didn't now. I feel like they deserved it, because our heavies and assaults did not play well at all. But yeah, there you go. 603 points of damage, 3 kills, 5 assists. I think we played a pretty important role in that game, saving our team, because I think we would have lost at least a Marauder, probably a Warhammer, and a couple others before they realized there were mechs behind them. Thanks to that Dragonfly pilot who helped us out and held off the Arctic Cheetah and the Warhammer until I was able to get up there and give him a hand. And yeah, it was a pretty good game in the Firestarter, and hopefully you got to see the punchiness of it and the utility of the dual AMS that came in handy there at the end. So there you go, guys. Not only was that a pretty decent game, I think, in the 9S Firestarter, but hopefully you also saw there were a couple of points there where having dual AMS was not only beneficial to us, but beneficial to the few mechs that were actually with us, trying to perform a little bit of a rear guard there. So now let's move on to the last Firestarter. I'm going to show you guys the FS9H. So here's my FS9H Firestarter in a kind of a tiger stripe flame camo that my wife actually came up with. It's a pretty cool paint job. She likes to tool around in this thing every once in a while in training rooms and so forth. And as you can probably tell just by looking at it, this is the mech that I built. It's got no gimmicks. It's got no niche. I just built this thing to be a powerful skirmish type brawler. So if we take a look at a quirk summary and hard points right quick, you'll note that the H has 6 energy hardpoints, 2 ballistic hardpoints, and once again, pretty skimpy on the quirks. Now, if we take a look at the Mech Lab, you'll see here exactly what I was talking about earlier. No niche roles, no gimmicks, no nothing. This thing is just a pure skirmish brawler / strike mech. We've used 6 medium lasers, all of those energy hardpoints, 2 in each arm and 2 in the center torso. We retained our jump jets for maximum mobility, all of them in this case, 6 jump jets, 3 in each torso, and then the rest is loaded up with double heat sinks and armor, again utilizing an XL255. I put my right arm medium lasers on my right mouse click, my left arm medium lasers on my left mouse click, and the center torso ones in the center mouse click, just because heat can become a little bit of an issue. And just go to town. Wear people out. There is not a lot to it. Unfortunately, the H does not get the bonus module like the S, so again, modules is pretty simple while we have them. Radar deprivation, the medium laser range, and medium laser cooldown. Once you get it mastered, I recommend Advanced Seismic Center for your last module. And that's pretty much it. So let's take this little terror out on the battlefield and see what we can get done.
Reactor online.
VIP mech all the way to the evac
Sensors
zone.
online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, looks like we're escorting on Polar Highlands, and it would appear that our opponents have somebody AFK, somebody who didn't get connected. So what we're going to do is hit the edge of the map, and circle all the way around and try to get to that AFK guy. Two reasons. One, he may come back. You never know when somebody may log back in. So if we get back there and take him down, we don't have to worry about that. Even if he comes back while we're making our way back there, hopefully he'll be in a bigger, slower mech, and we'll be able to catch him when he's out and isolated and take him down, and it'll be one less mech for our team to worry about. The other thing is, as you can see by the map, once we take him out, we can come back in behind the enemy team, and there's some options there that we can do. We can pounce on isolated mechs. We can pop an UAV behind their firing line if they've made one, which is pretty useful because they tend not to look behind them for UAVs, and just all kind of options. So that's the rough plan. Additionally, it gives us some time to talk about the history of the Firestarter, which I have not had an opportunity yet to do with you guys. So jumping on to that, the Firestarter was actually first manufactured by Argyle Technologies of Sky from 2550 to early 2776. Up to the end of the Fourth Secession War, about 3,000 of them saw service. They were generally not assigned to lances because it's a very esoteric, very specialized mech. They were most often assigned to regiments and occasionally down to the company level. Now, the Firestarter really made a name for itself during the First Secession War. When House Carita attacked the planet of Port Mosby, the 2nd Lyran Guards were defending, and they were able to defeat the Carita attack through the use of incendiary tactics in the dry forests of Port Mosby. And it was blatantly apparent how important that tactic was when the Cretans attacked later the next year, and the forests already having burned were not there to be burned again, and the 2nd Lyran Guard was defeated. So it really showed how important incendiary tactics could be in a battle. And I kind of want to go out there and help that spider, but I feel like he's gotten himself into a bad fight, and I don't know who else is here, so I'm just going to continue on to my mission here. There were several variants of the Firestarter produced, although the H was the most successful, and as a matter of fact, it was produced almost exclusively from 2703 onwards. Although there's a little bit of interesting history here as the Secession Wars ground on. Because it was such a specialized mech and it was kept at the regimental level, you had a lot of them that were in pretty good condition with a good amount of spare parts available. And so they started to get pushed into service as a reconnaissance mech. And hello, Stalker, I will be coming back for you. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, where they were pushed into service as a reconnaissance mech, where they actually saw some success, although obviously with flamers, they're not really equipped for it. And so what happened is Argyle Technologies of Sky started to produce an entirely new variant, the FS9M, which got an entirely new designation, the Mirage, which carried lasers and was built for actual reconnaissance work. I was actually kind of surprised that we did not see the Mirage in MechWarrior Online, but yeah, a little bit of interesting history. It would actually see a little bit of more controversy, if you will, in 3055. Following the clan invasion, the houses made a deal to exchange technology, and Argyle Technologies of Sky was eventually, I suspect, destroyed, although I didn't see where in the TRO. But by 3050, Coventry Metalworks had taken over production of the Firestarter. In fact, they came out with the 3050 upgrade to the H, which was the 9S. And so the clan invasion happens. There was this deal signed to exchange technology, and the first thing was the Federated Commonwealth was supposed to give some technology to the Draconis Combine. So what did they give them? They give them the 3050 plans for the FS9S Firestarter, a really over-specialized mech that's not a lot of use. And the Combine was like, hey, thanks, and kind of put it in their shelf of useless stuff. And then when it came time for the Draconis Combine, House Carita, to reciprocate, you know, the Free Worlds League was like, hey, we hear you got Intersphere Omnimax of your own. How about you share the plans with us? And the Combine was like, hey, sure, absolutely. And what did they give them? They handed them back the specifications for a 40-ton FSO Firestarter Omnimac. Yeah, they kept the plans for the Sunder and the Avatar to themselves. So it was kind of a FU both ways. Really showed how much the Federated Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine really liked to cooperate. But so yeah, a lot of interesting history behind the Firestarter, even though it's not the most kind of direct combat capable mech. But we've got their AFKer down, and I'm looking for that stalker. He should have been around here somewhere. He's not very fast. I'm surprised I haven't. Uh-oh. He's... There he is. I was going to say, I was surprised I haven't run into him already, but he must have swung left. And yeah, enjoy it while you can, buddy, because that's about the last salvo of LRMs you're going to get off. And yep, I think he just realized how much trouble he's in now. We are just going to rip this guy apart unless somebody comes back to save him. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not allow yourself to get left behind in a stalker. Like, look at this. I can just kind of circle around at my leisure, hit that flat spot kind of in his butt area. That counts as center torso rear. If not, we'll get his side torsos, or aim up high and get his center torso rear proper. And as you can see, it's not really hard to stay behind a stalker. And we are going to get the entirety of this 85-ton assault mech. And just goes to show you what we were talking about. There you see the usefulness of lower arm actuators, something that a lot of the light mechs prior to the Firestarter, at least for the Inner Sphere, did not have. The Raven and the Jenner didn't have arm actuators, lower arm actuators. They couldn't do what we just did right there. A little bit harder to circle an assault, but as you can see in this mech, it's ridiculously easy. And there's nothing this stalker can do. Like, yeah, there you go. Bar him getting help, he's just screwed. So that's what we talked about at the beginning. We go back, we get the AFKer. In this case, a Timberwolf, making double sure that that's a 75-ton mech our team doesn't have to deal with. And sure enough, when we come out the back, we find an 85-ton stalker all on his own. We take him out. Total of what, 160 tons that our team doesn't have to deal with. And now we'll just continue closing from the backside, picking off mechs one by one. See, looks like we got our opposite number up here. And ooh, he's pretty beat up, and he appears to be moving towards us, so we use the hill here just in case he's got friends to our left. See if we can't get a hold of this guy and take him down. Maybe a short little hop as we get to the end of this ridge and come down on him. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, there he is. Hello. Get that leg. Yep, got it. And you are done. And let's see, what else we got up here? Let's see if we can find the rest of their team. Want to be careful, we don't want to dive in the middle of like 3 or 4 assault mechs, but if we can find some more isolated mechs out here on their own, like this guy here, that would be grand. This poor Atlas. Not much he can do in this situation. We're just going to eat him up. Got to get back down on level terrain. Come on. Oh, did he just pop? Yeah, he just popped. So that's that. What else we got? Hello. Ow. Might not want to go straight at this guy. Yeah, he's okay. He's not looking. I thought he was going to turn to his left, but he's occupied. So let's pull in behind him. Get some rear damage on this Kodiak. Kodiak not quite as helpless as a stalker, so you got to be a little more careful, but there you go. And that's game, and we even get the supply cache. So yeah, as you can see, our tactic of going the long way around and then coming back for the big one actually works out pretty well that time. 519 points of damage, 4 kills, 1 assist. Granted, one of them was an AFKer, but it also led us to that stalker, and we just ate him alive. So I really don't think you'll occasionally see people yelling at folks who go after the AFK guy. If you do it right, I really don't think it's a bad strategy. You just need to be fast enough and not dawdle. Do it quickly, and then get back and help out your team. And as you can see here, it was, I think, really the right move for the team. I think we had a pretty big impact on the game, especially there at the end. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope you had fun watching it. I certainly had fun playing it. So there you go, guys. Pretty good example of that strike raider type gameplay that I like to pull off in the H variant Firestarter whenever I get a chance. So with that, folks, I'm going to call this video a wrap. Voice is getting pretty tired, not feeling all that good, but hopefully you got something out of this. If you're considering the Firestarter, hopefully I've convinced you that it's really worth your time. It's despite the fact that the Arctic Cheetah gets all the attention, it's really not a bad light mech, and it can really hold its own in pretty much any type of situation. As always, folks, if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down in the comment section down below. I love hearing from you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like or subscribing to the channel. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.